Hey guys, Bud here with Dependable Lawn Care. I had to deal with fungus in my tall fescue lawn for the first time, for me that is, this season. And I've never dealt with it before, so I didn't know what was going on. I thought at first that the younger grass that was coming in, the younger turf, was just being drowned out by the amount of rain that we were getting, and the musty smell that I was noticing. I thought, we had so much rain for so long without a break and without any sun, and I thought what was happening was that it was literally just drowning out my turf. And after doing some research and watching some other videos, especially following GCI Turf, and he has so much knowledge on this type of thing, especially in tall fescue. Learned a lot from him. But anyway, I figured out what was going on, and I'm not sure exactly which lawn fungus I'm dealing with. A lot of them are similar, and they all kind of have the same end effect. But black spot, brown patch, rust, powdery mildew, dollar spot, you can see the big, or rather large, areas of just the yellow dead spots in the lawn. And then you've got some areas where it's just nice green turf like it should be. So anyways, I purchased a fungicide to try out, and I made my first application today. It's just a spray on, hook it up to your garden hose. It's a residential use, nothing professional or anything like that, because as I said, this is new to me, so I'm learning. And I'll show you the product that I used. I mean, it is just totally mutilated my lawn in some areas. And I just, since I didn't know what was going on, it took me a while to get a handle on it and figure it out. And part of the problem was that it wasn't too long after I had used a selective herbicide or weed killer. So I had treated the lawn with a weed killer, and this is actually what I used, Spectracide Weed Stop for lawns. And I was trying to get rid of the dandelions, the clover, mainly is what I was dealing with. Some plantain, but it was mainly clover and dandelion, and some crabgrass that I had in my lawn. And as I've said before in previous videos, this is the first year that I've ever really gotten serious about my lawn and actually doing something with it other than just mowing it. So I've never fertilized, I've never overseeded, I've never done anything. So I'm really getting a crash course this year on my own lawn and figuring some of these things out so that I can make my lawn better, but also better help my customers, better serve their needs. When they ask me a question about something that's going on in their lawn, I need to know what's going on so that I can help them. So anyways, I had used that product, and it worked fantastic. I was seeing the weeds dying off, but the grass was not. The turf was still hanging on and doing well. And I was watering, every day for about 10 minutes in the morning, and things were looking great. And then we had, just shortly after that, after I started to see the results of the weed killer, we had just torrential downpour day after day for about 2 weeks. I mean, we couldn't mow. There was hardly any relief from the rain. I mean, it might stop for one day, but everything was still so soaking wet you couldn't even mow. So we just had too much rain for too long. And that's why I was thinking that part of my problem was that, that things were just too saturated. So then after things started to dry out and it still wasn't getting better, and I mowed it short to further encourage everything to be able to dry out, and it still wasn't getting any better, it was still getting worse, then I realized that I had something else going on. So I thought I just had a mildew issue because of the smell and because of what was going on with the grass. And as I said, did some research, realized that what I actually had going on was a fungus at work. So this is the product that I picked up to treat the fungus. Spectracide brand, again, because I had good results with the Spectracide weed killer. So I thought, the Spectracide Fungus Plus would be the way to go. It was a good price, easy application, hook up your hose. Like I said, this is just a homeowner type use. So anyways, that's it, and I applied it. I applied it as instructed today, this morning actually, and I'm going to mow the lawn tomorrow. It's starting to get just a little bit tall in some places. I keep it cut at about 3.5 inches. So I'm going to give it a good cut in the morning, and then I'm just going to keep an eye on it. This is the 12-day follow-up. It hasn't quite been 2 weeks, say a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, a couple days away. And this is the progress in the lawn since I did the application of the fungicide. And I don't know how much it's going to show up on camera, but I can tell you, looking at it, with my eyes, not through a camera, that I can see a huge difference in the lawn. The areas that were being tormented by the fungus have definitely improved, started to green up. Some of that dead growth is still, or the dead grass, dead turf is still there, and that'll break down and go back into the soil, which is fine. But this area right here was the worst. I mean, this was the worst of it. And hopefully you'll be able to tell in the before and after. I think you will be able to, how much difference there is in the lawn since I used the fungicide. That musty smell, I haven't observed that since I applied it. That mildewy, moldy smell went away, and almost immediately, I kid you not, within the first couple of days even, I could see a difference already of things starting to come back to life. The dollar spot and the brown patch and all of that was going on, along with some of the grass, well, not grass, along with some of the junk that had died off because of the weed killer. I know that contributed, the heavy rains contributed, the high temperatures contributed, so there were a lot of contributing factors all at the same time. It's kind of the perfect storm. But the important thing is that it's coming back now, and I think within another week or two, probably won't even be able to tell that anything ever happened. I did put down a little bit of grass seed, which obviously it's only been about a week since I did that, so none of that's coming in yet. Won't be coming in for another week. But when that starts to come in, starts to green those areas back up, then we'll get the lawn looking good again. And it doesn't look terrible. It was just really that one spot that just really got hammered hard. This spot over here actually looks pretty rough for a while, and it's almost completely back to normal, except for just, there's a spot there and right there. They're not quite 100% yet, and what you're seeing there is the dead grass from the damage that was done. So anyway, we're getting back to where we should be. So just wanted to give you guys an update, and let you know that the treatment worked. And again, this is the treatment that I used. It was and this is just, you know, residential use. This is not anything commercial. Picked it up at Walmart. I used the Spectracide Immunox Fungus Plus. The plus is insect control for lawns. And anyway, so it shows you here what it takes care of: summer patch, brown patch, dollar spot, the different bugs that it affects. So anyway, I'm happy with the results, and I'll continue to update if anything changes, but for right now, you know, everything's shaping up. So we'll see how it does here in another week or two. Thanks for watching, guys.